Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Actually, today I want to talk about how, oh my god, how cold is Sweden. Sweden is cold, and it's based with the place you come from. You know, if you come from if you come from a place that is warm, then it's not it's going to be super cold. So it depends. Let's take an example from Tanzania. I came from Tanzania, and from the region that I was living, when it's cold, sometimes it's go to 16 degree, 17, 18. That is when you hear we are complaining it's cold. We will find our sweater, we will have our blankets, and that blankets, it just depends with some people. For example, me and my sibling, we used to have blankets in the sitting room, and it was like, oh my god, that is 18. We bring blankets. I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry for anyone who is watching this from, who is watching this from Sweden or from any cold country. And for example, by this time I'm recording this video, the same region that I'm coming from, it's 24 degree. So, and then you come to Sweden and you change the setting to Sweden, where it's cold to the extent that it goes to minus. For example, yesterday it was minus 11 in Stockholm, or from in the municipality that I stay. So it was minus 11. So you can see yourself from of which it goes up to, sometimes it can go more than minus 11. So you come from the city that is 17 or 18 to degree, 18, 17 degree to 11, or let's say 17, or how much, minus, you can see. So my dear, if you're coming from the warm city, and for me, I complained a lot, and I remember telling my brother, why you didn't tell me how cold it is in Sweden. He told me like, hey, I told you, but you just underestimated. He was like, it's cold. And I remember the time that I went to Sweden, or the time that I came to Sweden, it was in August, end of August, and I just had this one sweater, but it was cold for me. I was complaining. I was so frustrated. I was like, what is happening? Like, I remember, and by that time, you're expecting to be going studying, and then things happened, like we have to start online because of COVID. It was 2020. So I used to be behind my computer in the blanket, and it was, oh my god, you feel sleepy like most of the time. And I remember one of was it our lecturer decided to tell us, I don't know, oh no, it wasn't our lecture, it was the SI program, like the scholarship that brought me to Sweden. So they brought a session and they told us that, hey, it's cold and it's okay if you're feeling sleepy, and a lot of you, or maybe some also, they feel sleepy too during winter, or maybe that thing. So it was called a Reiki. So Sweden is super. It's called based on the place that you come from, and it's just important that you know. So for me, I was complaining, and I was feeling like, oh my god, and by that time in August, you just see people just slaying in the casual way, or maybe in the normal. And for some of people, they say, hey, this is summer. Why, the way you dress up is different from them. the people that they have been to Sweden for a long time, or the native themselves, or the people who live in Sweden, you just, the way you dress is different from the way they dress, because for you it's a new world and you come from the warm country. So for me it was like, oh my god, what is happening? But when you go to the street, you see people, they just see dressed up like, you wish, it was like, I wish to be rocking that way, but it's not possible because for them they're used to that. So I think that the thing, and here I just spoke about just I'm just talking here, I'm just talking about Stockholm. So the northern part of Sweden is even more colder, where they used to go up to minus, I think maybe minus 20 or 30, I think. um yeah I mean, like, for some part of Sweden, the northern part of Sweden, sorry, not Tanzania, Sweden, it can get colder up to minus 20 or minus 30. It's so super cold. And during summer, it can reach up to 20, and oh, it's warm, 20. But winter, minus those higher numbers, 20, 30, 20 something. And those parts are Umeå and other parts of northern Sweden. So I remember me, by the time I was applying for studies in Sweden, and I remember my two choices were from Umeå, and one, it was masters in public health, yes, and the other one, it was masters in public health with the specialization to health equity. And I wanted those so badly, I want to study. Oh, it was like this. And I think maybe if you believe in God, uh, God just knew you will be dying when you go there. So I got selected to Gothenburg University, of which it's small house, and in Göteborg it's not called as here in Stockholm. So after that, by the time I came to Sweden, that's why I was like, oh my god, why? What did I want? Like, I was so grateful, because when people told me, you're complaining it's called here in Gothenburg, but have you tried Yumia? I was like, so you want to tell me this? I was like, yeah, it is, and but that is the thing that we just underestimate, and we just feel like we can just get used to it. But it's so cold here, and it's cold to extent. But can you how many one of the example can explain the coldness, especially during winter, when there's snow, and snow, and it's super cold that way. Just think of how you open a freezer or your fridge. That is how it is cold when it's snowing right here. So that is how it can be cold. And so by the time you open the fridge, this coldness used to come from the fridge or from the freezer. So that is how it is cold here. Telling you. So guys, don't forget to subscribe, to like, and comment if you have any suggestion.